Topic of multi-switching. We gave you the reasons why multi-switching is important to know how to wire. We can't always feed every switch with a separate breaker, obviously, because of cost of breakers, length of wire to get to the breaker, and it's just really inconvenient. You're going to waste a lot of labor and waste a lot of money because of that. The same goes for this next topic, multi-gang switching. The only difference between multi-switching and multi-gang switching is that you're switching multiple lights from the same location. So let's say you want to have a location where you're able to switch on and off the dining room lights, your kitchen pot lights, your pendant kitchen lights, and your living room lights. That would require 4 switches. But you don't want them at 4 different locations, you want them from one location. That would require a 4-gang box, like this. You notice it has 4 sets of straps for 4 devices. This allows you to switch 4 different things from the same box. The wiring is very much the same. There's going to be some new things you're going to have to learn, including pigtails. So pigtails, up till now, has only been 1 pigtail. In this scenario with 4 switches, you'd have to come off constant power with 4 pigtails. So let's go into the whiteboard and just discuss the circuitry to make sure you're on the right track. Switching. As you can tell on the board behind me, this gets confusing and this can get pretty convoluted and intimidating at times, but if you follow the rules, go step by step, it's going to make sense in the end. As you can see in our cable plan up here, we have a 3-gang box, meaning we're going to have 3 devices in a single box and they're going to be switching 3 different things. So this is in a make-believe house. Let's say we're in a kitchen and we're going to switch 3 different things. This is very common in the field. We have our kitchen lights we're going to be able to turn on and off. Our kitchen pendants above an island we're going to be able to switch on and off. And lastly, the dining room we should be able to switch on and off. So we'll do the same thing we always do, and we'll follow these 3 steps, and I'll show you how easy this really is. So step 1, our neutrals. So we've already got our power feed from the breaker into our 3-gang box, and now with this cable plan, we can see that we need to feed 3 more wires, 3 more cables to each light. So we're going to have a Moret because all the neutrals are going to come to a Moret. We're going to go up to our dining room light first. So it's going to be coming down onto here. So we're going to go all the way to our dining light. Again, going to the white or silver screw. Our next one will go to the pendant light. Again, we'll come off this Moret. We'll go across all the way to the pendant light, to the white or silver screw. And then finally, we'll go to the kitchen lights. Again, coming off this Moret, and we'll go all the way out here and terminate on the white or silver screw. That's it for neutrals. That's all you got to remember. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. Again, the dynamics don't change with the neutrals much. The next phase would be our constant power. Now, this constant power gets a little bit interesting at times, but it's actually not that complicated. So we've already got a constant power from the breaker inside of our box. Now comes the pigtail stuff, all right? So every single switch needs constant power on the common terminal, or the bottom screw in this case. So we have constant power, and we need it to go to all of these 3 places, meaning we're going to need 3 pigtails at least. So we're going to go with a Moret here, and we're going to pigtail every time, single switch, all right? Very simple. We're just doing this, and this, and that. All right, so we have 4 wires underneath that Moret. I kind of screwed up the neutral Moret there, my bad. And now there's nothing left of constant power. That's it. All your switches have constant power. Now there's a trick to making sure that that Moret and these pigtails are folded up in an appropriate way in a box, and we'll get into that later. But that's it for constant power. The next thing is switch power. That's the only thing left. Okay? And that's extremely easy. you're coming off the top screw to whatever you're switching. So as you can see in this cable plan, the very left switch is going to be switching the dining room light. Well, that's super easy. We'll come off there, we'll follow this cable, and this is switch power that goes to the gold screw. The next one, the middle switch, is going to the kitchen lights. Again, super simple. Coming off the top screw of the switch, we're going to the kitchen light on the gold screw. And finally, we have our kitchen pendants that we're going to be wiring up. Again, off the top screw, and we're going to the gold screw in the pendant. As you can see, it gets kind of spider webby, but the concept is very similar to a lot of stuff that we're doing. It's super simple. You just follow these 3 steps. You make sure to remember to pigtail your joints, and you've got yourself a multi-gang switch box. With that, try to draw out 3A and 3B in your project booklets. After we review that and get that right, we're going to go wire it in the shop.